Yippee-ki-yay, melon farmer.
Hey, welcome back, Knife Nerds, Everyday Care people. It's your boy, the Big Canucker, and I'm having myself a blast so far this summer. I hope you guys are too. But I wanted to have a look at something that was just a little bit different. It's not your normal everyday carry, but it is, I think, quite an awesome little tool. It's wicked fidgety, and it is a little bit questionable here north of the border. So let's go down to the tabletop and we'll have a look. Of course, we're talking about the Reate EXO-U. This happens to be a utility knife of, I'm not going to say epic proportions, but it's cool, it's neat, and it is definitely the coolest utility knife that I have got in my collection. And I've got a few of them actually. I've used utility knives quite a bit on my work. And this one here, I mean, you can use this as a work tool because I think it is incredibly functional. It's really well put together, and I think it's damn fun too as well. So it's got the certificate of authenticity. It talks about, you know, being an aluminum bodied stainless steel blade holder. The spring inside there is titanium, and we'll show you how to change that spring too as well, or change that the blade. It is a utility blade with a stainless steel clip, and the overall length is 5.8 inches. And there is a locking, magnetic lock inside of there, and it's pretty light at 2.55 ounces. If you're going to be using this in your pocket and you're worried about it kind of dragging you down, at 2.5 ounces, it's not going to drag you down at all. Oh, they've got a quick little sticker here. Maybe we'll put that upside there. I just think that's pretty cool there, Reate. I love it when knife companies give you little stickers like that, and I've got them all over some of my sharpening kits, and I've got a whole stack of them I'm going to start sticking somewhere. But all right, let's go here. The utility blade, beautiful little box. Reate knives and tools. As you can see here, it talks. This one happens to be the purple diamond pattern finish. I'm not sure if you can read that there, but the diamond pattern. There's also a speed hold version too as well. So now you can see here. I've got big double XL hands, so you can see that it is enough that you, if you had to kind of grip onto it, you've got some jipping on the bottom here and some jipping on top to really kind of press into it. If you had to, I mean, you can get a good grip on this without becoming kind of overwhelming. Now let's go here. So this is the lock here. You can see that there is two little tiny magnetic buttons here, and that just kind of keeps that in place. I think that is so cool that they're using magnets now in a lot of the, like, you know, a lot of the pocket knives. You're worried, they've got magnets, and you got to worry about sometimes with steel kind of being put inside, or, you know, being attracted to the magnets and kind of clogging them up. But you're not going to be really sharpening this blade a whole lot because it is a replaceable blade. So there you go, just like that. And then if you want to close it, I just think it's so flicky, and I mean, there we go. You know, with a little bit of practice, it actually flicks back, but you got to be careful with this because not everyone is going to be really kind of on board with this because it is flashy, and it is of questionable legality north of the border. That's one thing that's for sure. Now, if you want to change the blade, what I thought was really quite cool is you've got a titanium spring here. Now, this is how you change the blade. If you want to, just basically grab a hold of the bottom here, because you don't want to have this thing kind of flying away. And then you press this down, and then you just pop it out. There you go. You see it now? It's popped out, and there's your blade. Now this one here, as you can see, I've got a bunch of tape stuff all over the bottom here because I have cut through a lot of box with this. And I'm not sure who makes this. This is a woodpecker blade. It's a wicked little blade. I have to say, this is incredibly sharp, and it's been holding an edge quite well. And then if you want to, you know, adjust it to spin it around, and you've got the other side. But right now it is still quite sharp, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then you just kind of place that here. There you go. So now once it's laid down, you just simply put your, at the bottom here, you can see that it's got a couple of little slots, and then you got some slots on top, and your spring matches that. So you just want to kind of press your spring inside there, your two little slots, and then there you go. Now Bob's your uncle. She's open there, or she's back in there, and she's ready to rock. Now this is incredibly smooth. It is really, really well put together. It's got a nice deep carry clip. I'm going to close this just because it is so darn sharp. I want to make sure that I'm not going to wound myself here. But it looks like the clip itself can go left or right hand carry. They say it is ambidextrous for left or oh, it says so it is saying ambidextrous for left or right hand, but you have to worry about this here if you're left-handed. I'm not sure how you'd be able to do that. Maybe with your, I guess with your pinky finger rather than your thumb. So I guess it is possible. That's one thing I kind of wish is maybe they had another kind of clip on the other side to kind of have a ambidextrous clip or ambidextrous lock, just to have it a little bit more um, usable for people of the left hand persuasion like my wife. Now you can see that it is quite a deep carry. It will carry right to the edge of your pants, so you can see here. And the hold is really quite good. I had no problems. I wasn't worried this was going to slip out of my pocket whatsoever. But we'll kind of go over the rest of the numbers on this real quick. Overall length is 5.83 inches when it's extended. The blade length is 2.28 with your cutting edge of 1.18. So very similar to stuff like the the Spyderco. They've got that Spyderco dog tag knife and stuff like that with around a 1 inch cutting. But this one here gives you a whole lot more grip to use that 1 inch. Oh my goodness, I've never heard that before. They call it a reverse tanto blade because it is a reverse tanto blade. The blade material is stainless steel or whatever you put in there. I'm not sure if you guys can get titanium blades like this. If you can, then you would call it a titanium blade at Reate EXO-U. The edge type is plain. The handle length is 3.62 inches. The handle width is 1 inch wide. It's as wide as part, 1.05, and it is basically a ½ inch or 0.48 of an inch. It is aluminum. This one happens to be purple with the crosshatch or diamond pattern. It does come with speed holes, and it does come in a multitude of colors. Now, this here in the States is $77 plus probably shipping and some tax depending upon where you are. It is made in China, of course, and it is a utility knife. So for those of you who like stuff that's built in the USA, I guess perhaps you'd want to pass over this one. But why would you? It's a cool little utility knife for less than $80, and I'm absolutely blown away by it. I really really like this. I don't know how much use I'll have out of this. This could sit on my desk and just be a letter opener and a box opener, but I've got so many of them. I think I might just pass this one along here and see if anybody else would like to take this home and use it a little bit more than me. I just not, and if I was at my old job and I was breaking down all those cardboard boxes and opening up packets, I would definitely carry this every single day because it is a really, really wicked little blade. And if you've got extra blades on you, you've always got a wicked sharpening, a wicked sharp utility tool to use at all times. That's the only other thing that I wish they could kind of find a way to do this is perhaps find a way to keep an onboard spare. The design is fairly minimal, but I mean, there's some real genius designers out there, and perhaps using, a slot with some magnets in it, make this a little bit bigger or something. You might be able to carry a spare on here. That's the only thing I wish this had was a spare, especially if you're going to be using this in the field quite a bit and you don't have access to one all the time. That just might be the one thing you wish is to have a spare on it, because a lot of the utility knives that I own have got 1 or 2 or 3 blades inside there that you just have to simply once you flip it around and you've got both ends dull, just chuck it away and you can throw another one in there without having to worry about it. Where this one, you have to have a little bit more forethought with that. All right, well, I'm hoping that you guys really enjoyed having a look at this. I think this is quite a neat little thing. I just happen to think that it'll probably head on down the road here soon and just make some room for something else that I can bring in here to show you folks. So, please, please stay safe out there. Keep your stick on the ice, the shiny side up. This is the Big Canucker saying adios.